Yes, welcome back to the second half of tonight's RWL Rage from Chattanooga, Tennessee. Don Hickson, Christy Ogilvie, and Myron Schimmelman here. Call the action.
And guys, we got 3 explosive matchups ahead in the second half. But that main event, that's the one everyone's talking about. Tell him, Myron.
You ain't just kidding. Texas Deathmatch, 2 out of 3 falls, with Snarl General Manager Hangman Tex Lynch set to go one-on-one against Kaz Manson of the Sectarians. Now, if that ain't a main event, I don't know what is.
I really wish Tex hadn't signed for this one. He and Herc Groves are prime targets for the Sectarians, and to me, it just seems too high risk.
And as we continue, it is going to be X-Pac, representing Scott Bell's stable, as it were, facing Mad Dog Mark McKay, back this week, along with his manageress, Miss Morse X.
The following match is scheduled for one fall with a 15-minute time limit. Approaching the ring accompanied by Too Short Popeye Scott Bell from Minneapolis, Minnesota, weighing 204 pounds, X-Pac.
Having become something of a journeyman member of Scott Bell's stable of ragtag whatever they are, X-Pac has been a forerunner in that stable of Too Short Popeyes. So it is he's going to encounter Mad Dog Mark McKay this evening for the first time. And you gotta wonder what's gonna happen between these two.
Not just my entire career in broadcasting, but for my whole, entire life, I've despised X-Pac or SWXX, or whatever name he calls himself. He's always been a jerk to me, so, let me be clear. It wouldn't hurt my feelings in the slightest, were Mad Dog Mark McKay to administer a solid beatdown to his opponent, who hopefully will go home, tastefully wearing black under both eyes.
Wow, that's pretty good. So it seems they've moved me on up to the scum just before the bottom of the barrel. Too Short Popeye Scott Bell's empire. X-Pac. Oh, it's gonna be a pleasure to meet you and to beat you. Oh, we're gonna have so much fun.
Well now, he's some piece of work now, ain't he?
And his opponent accompanied by Miss Morse X from Ithaca, New York, weighing 205 pounds, Mad Dog Mark McKay.
Well, it is refreshing to see that Mad Dog Mark McKay has not changed very much in his interview stylings between now and the times I've interviewed him. He is certainly a different sort of package. McKay is really old school. He's what my dad used to call a character. It's just a thing, a certain je ne sais quoi. And characters got it. Characters always excel in the business of professional wrestling. And this guy's got it.
But by the numbers, this should be a great matchup. These two, about the same size and weight, each with a different style. One who's been around the block and once guy starting his RWL career. We kinda can't miss.
Oh, I agree. It's a perfect setup. It's just one thing. I think that lousy pisspot Scott Bell at ringside. The only thing that louses it up. Well, Mad Dog Mark McKay, certainly with some choice words for X-Pac. Prior to engaging in this matchup, which is about to begin, the official rings the bell. Here we go. X-Pac opens up with a series of chops and a running bulldog that slams McKay's face first into the canvas. Rolling elbow across the chest of Mad Dog Mark McKay. McKay quickly back to his feet into a Hurricane Rana from X-Pac. Another rolling elbow. And Mad Dog Mark McKay takes himself a moment to step outside. He is dazed and this cannot be good. All right, McKay rolls himself back inside. Misses with a running clothesline. X-Pac whips him into the far corner. Here he comes. Running. Drop kick that drops Mad Dog Mark McKay to the canvas. McKay, with a sneaky maneuver, gets back to his feet, takes down X-Pac. follows it up with a stomp right in front of Too Short Popeye Scott Bell. And Too Short Popeye Scott Bell doesn't know much about Mad Dog Mark McKay, but I'm afraid he's going to find out really soon. X-Pac laid out on the canvas. McKay countered. X-Pac back to his feet. Whips McKay back into the far corner. Running splash. Takes McKay down. X-Pac with a cocky display right there. Mad Dog Mark McKay laid out X-Pac all the way up. McKay to his feet. And a missile drop kick that takes McKay down. X-Pac covers. 1. And only a count of 1. As McKay gets back to his feet. X-Pac with a series of chops, but countered by McKay. McKay counters. Turns X-Pac around. Look at this. Headbutt right between the shoulder blades. X-Pac rounded up again. Whoa, hard right. It takes X-Pac right back down again. Mad Dog Mark McKay doing his job most efficiently. Leg drop across the arm of X-Pac. Following it up with a stomp to the midsection and a rolling elbow across the back of X-Pac. Mad Dog Mark McKay building quite a reputation for himself lately. Look at this. Whoa! What a rolling DDT. Puts X-Pac right on his head. McKay covers. 1. And just a 1. As Miss Morse X looks on. Oh! Scraping the boot across the side of the face of X-Pac. X-Pac counters. Gets back to his feet in a hurry. Whips McKay to the ropes. And whoa! Flapjack. Face first into the canvas. X-Pac warming it up in the corner. Mad Dog Mark McKay just getting to his feet. The referee begins to count. Here comes X-Pac, and whoa, my! Did you see that? X-Pac nailing that shot perfectly. Beautiful high-risk maneuver. Head first into the apron. Goes Mad Dog Mark McKay. McKay whips X-Pac towards the barricades, rolls himself back inside. Urging X-Pac to bring it back in. And he's happy to oblige. Here he comes. They lock up. McKay with a kick. Oh, wow. What a stunner right there. Mad Dog Mark McKay had a scramble. Whoa! Scrambling X-Pac's brains with a hard right hand. And a blatant choke. For those of you wondering, he has to count of 5 to let go of that. Kick to the midsection. Hard right hand, and down goes X-Pac again. And right back into that choke. You have a count of 5 before a referee will disqualify you. Oh, here we go. Oh, oh, oh. Drives the knee right across the chest of X-Pac. Scott Bell looking a little bit worried back there as Mad Dog Mark McKay really starts to open up on X-Pac, who is unresponsive. Yes, indeed, Scott Bell going right to work on the turnbuckle. X-Pac sweeps McKay down to the mat. Misses with the knee. McKay just a second too fast. McKay whipped to the ropes. X-Pac ducks under, leapfrogs. Here comes McKay. Catches him. Whoa, look at this. Whoa, spin kick. Down goes McKay. And now X-Pac trying to turn it around here. Swings and misses. McKay has him up. Whoa, pile driver. And a nasty pile driver at that. Mad Dog Mark McKay taking X-Pac as close to center as he can get him. Covers. 1, 2, 3. That has done it. Mad Dog Mark McKay wrapping this one up by pinfall. And Mad Dog Mark McKay just wow.
Here's the time. 5 minutes, 12 seconds. And your winner, Mad Dog Mark McKay.
Now here's a guy who's out here trying to make a name for himself. Love him or hate him, you gotta pay attention to Mad Dog Mark McKay.
You know something? McKay might be a little bit of a screwball, but boy, this guy can wrestle. Pretty impressive win. And so it is the man who sidelined Ballarat Jack Jones, Mad Dog Mark McKay, puts up another notch in his belt at the expense of X-Pac and Too Short Popeye Scott Bell. We'll be back with more RWL Wrestling right after the break. Coming up next, these two tag teams will encounter each other for the Rage Tag Team titles at Coliseum Games. But tonight it's a non-title matchup between Jay and Ace, the Vandal Brothers, and Chris Wilde and Jeff Fortune, the Rage Tag Team Champions, Wild Fortune.
The following tag team match is scheduled for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Approaching the ring, accompanied by manager MJ Ferrantino, at a combined weight of 595 pounds, from Vandalsburg, Pennsylvania, Wanton Jay, and his brother, Vicious Ace, the Vandal Brothers.
Jay and Ace Vandal, clearly in a good mood. MJ Ferrantino securing their original theme music from their days with the Bradford Exchange, and it became synonymous with the Vandal Brothers, and MJ Ferrantino has got it back. And it's nice to see the Vandal Brothers coming back to their old entrance music.
You know, I get a feeling, Don, this is going to be the Vandal Brothers' year. I think they're going to snag some tag team gold.
These guys are amazing, though. Remember last year they wrestled 2 matches in one night and won them both? That's one of the things that's made the Vandals so popular for the last 10 years.
It sure has. They're amazing.
Jay and Ace have certainly been through it, initially with Boyd Bradford as their manager, later on Playboy Gary Hart, and now MJ Ferrantino.
Their opponents, at a combined weight of 432 pounds, they're the RWL Rage Tag Team Champions, Chris Wilde and Jeff Fortune, Wild Fortune.
Chris and Jeff certainly riding high as the Rage Tag Team Champions, and Chris Wilde and Jeff Fortune are determined to hang on to those titles for the rest of this year, and we're just in the first week of January.
They could certainly do it. They're a tag team with lots of experience. They flow together well. I think they can hang on to the titles all year long.
Chris and Jeff likewise have been through a lot. The scandal involving their former manager Madison Lovecraft, to the team actually splitting up for 6 months. Wild Fortune are serious survivors. They're gonna have to stay fast and avoid the Vandals getting a good grip on them. If they can play that up, this will be a tune-up match for the actual title match at Coliseum Games.
And I'm sure looking forward to that matchup.
Chris and Jeff displaying those Rage Tag Team titles right in front of the Vandal Brothers as if to say, here they are. And I guess we'll have to see how this match plays out. All right, it's going to be Ace Vandal and Chris Wilde starting us off here in this tag team matchup. Referee Walt Rothburn sounds the bell. Here we go. They lock up collar and elbow, middle of the ring. Ace Vandal pushing Chris Wilde into the corner. Referee has to break it up. We got a clean break. Chris Wilde whips him to the corner. He rebounds out. Jay Vandal, suplex by Chris Wilde. Jay Vandal, countered. They lock up again. Time it's Chris Wilde pushing against Jay Vandal. Ace Vandal, excuse me. Whoa, cheap shot from Ace Vandal. Ace whips Chris Wilde into the corner. He rebounds out. Rib breaker. Chris Wilde gathered up again. Ace Vandal whips him into the Vandal Brothers corner. Chris Wilde quickly escapes the corner, but a blind tag from Wanton J. Vandal. And now, Chris Wilde in some trouble here, counters, tries to escape. J. Vandal gathered up by Chris Wilde, up against the ropes. Jay whipped to the ropes, power slam from Chris Wilde. Chris rounds him up. Jay Vandal counters into a Russian leg sweep. MJ Ferrantino admiring the handiwork of Jay and Ace Vandal, seasoned veterans. Whoa! Loving double axe handle takes Chris Wilde down, and here comes Ace Vandal. Ace rounds him up, countered by Chris Wilde into an abdominal stretch. The referee watching the situation carefully, but hip toss from Ace Vandal. Ace rounds up Chris Wilde, has him over, neck breaker. Ace Vandal rounds up Chris Wilde again. Chris Wilde quickly goes around, delivers a series of kicks, fails to connect with the standing drop kick. Quickly counters Ace Vandal again. Ace whips him into his own team's corner. Cheap shotted by Jeff Fortune. And blind tag. Jeff Fortune comes in on his own initiative. Ace Vandal with Jeff Fortune. Jeff Fortune counters into a chop block, takes him down. Ace Vandal slowly getting back to his feet, but Jeff Fortune right there. A chop across the chest. A quick counter from Jeff Fortune. Snapmare misses with the kick. Wow. Ace Vandal whipped into the far corner. A kick from Jeff Fortune. And now Jeff Fortune putting the boots with Jay Vandal. Chris Wilde tagged in. Ace Vandal rounded up again. Knee to the midsection. Misses with the clothesline. Jeff Fortune watching as Chris Wilde delivers a chop. Gets countered. A series of elbows to the side of the head. And down goes Chris Wilde. Ace Vandal rounds him up again. And here we go. Vertical suplex. Beautifully executed by Ace Vandal. Ace with the Russian leg sweep on Chris Wilde. Chris Wilde quickly tagging in Jeff Fortune. And a timely tag indeed, as Jeff Fortune proceeds to go to work on Ace Vandal. Ace counters, slams Jeff Fortune face first into the canvas. Ace whip to the ropes. Whoa! Beautifully done by Jeff Fortune. Jeff covers, hooks the leg, one, but only one. Ace Vandal catches the leg, turns it into a dragon screw. Ace Vandal rounds up Jeff Fortune. He's got him up. Long vertical suplex. Right back down goes Jeff Fortune. Ace Vandal rounds him up. Whoa, double axe handle, and down goes Jeff Fortune, who is absolutely reeling right now. Look at this, quick counter into a running bulldog from Jeff Fortune. Jeff rounds him up. Fireman's carry from Ace Vandal. Ace countered by Jeff Fortune. Jeff Fortune whips him out and over and onto the floor. Ace Vandal in some trouble here as Jeff Fortune comes out to find him. Has him up. Look at this, scoop slam from Jeff Fortune. Jeff Fortune counters again. Head first into the apron goes Ace Vandal. Not once but twice. Now Jeff Fortune's turn, as Ace Vandal reciprocates with a series of shots head first into the apron. And he is determined to give Jeff Fortune a headache. Jeff Fortune finally rolled back inside the ring. Ace Vandal rounds him up. Quick counter. And a clothesline that takes Ace Vandal down. Ace Vandal quickly back up to his feet. Jeff Fortune quickly counters into an inverted DDT. Goes for the cover, hooks the leg. 1, 2, but only a 2. Ace Vandal back to his feet pretty quickly. Jeff Fortune catches an elbow, catches another, and a third, and a fourth, and down goes Jeff Fortune. Ace Vandal misses with the double axe handle. Look at this, catches Jeff Fortune and delivers a backbreaker. Jeff Fortune, that plan definitely backfired. And, oh, look at this. Jeff Fortune gets rounded up, an elbow across the top of the head. For Jeff Fortune. Jeff counters, running clothesline. Takes Ace Vandal out onto the floor. And it has been some time since Ace Vandal tagged in his partner, Wanton J. Jeff Fortune, look at this. Showboating for the fans in the front row here. Ringside seats getting a taste of Jeff Fortune. Ace Vandal rounds him up, whips him across the floor. The referee continues to count. Ace Vandal head first into the apron goes Jeff Fortune again. Jeff Fortune counters, head first into the apron goes Ace Vandal. A tussle kick to the midsection from Jeff. Misses with the kick. Ace rounds him up. Head, oh man, right into the barricade. Head first again. Jeff Fortune in some trouble here. Hell, right into the ring post. And down goes Ace Vandal. Oh! And now Jeff Fortune also gets to taste the ring post. Jeff Fortune counters with a hard right. Into the ring post yet again for Jay Vandal. And oh, my, this one's gotten out of control quick. The referee continues to count once more into the ring post for Jeff Fortune. That is just devastating. Hell, right into the apron again. The referee still continuing to count. Both men finally get themselves back into the ring. Jeff Fortune counters. Whips Ace Vandal into his team's corner. Here comes Chris Wilde on the tag. A little bit of a double team. Double shots. Double shots. Wow. Chris Wilde covers 1, 2, and almost. But Wanton J. Vandal there to break up the pin. Ace whipped into the corner. Counters and escapes the corner. Misses with the clothesline. They tussle. Chris Wilde shoved down. And here comes Wanton J. Vandal on the tag. J. Vandal charges. Snapmare. Jeff Fortune watching as his tag team partner catches an elbow to the top of the head. Chris Wilde counters. Bulldog takes Wanton J. Vandal down. Jay rounded up. Uppercut from Chris Wilde. Chris gathers him up again. Hard shot to the midsection. Russian leg sweep from Chris Wilde. Takes Jay Vandal down. Chris Wilde whips Jay into the far corner. Turns him around. Chris Wilde. Look at this. Hard shot across the chest. And now Chris Wilde, look at this right here. Whoa! Rounding him up, putting him up on that top turnbuckle. This is not going to end well for Jay Vandal. Beautifully executed arm drag. Down goes Wanton Jay. Chris Wilde drags him center ring, covers, hooks the leg. 1, 2, but no. Jay Vandal right back up to his feet. Chris Wilde whipped into the far corner, the Vandal brothers corner. Counters and escapes. Chris Wilde, oh, this is another blind tag as Ace Vandal takes himself in. Chris Wilde with a suplex on Ace Vandal. Jay takes himself out of the equation. And Chris Wilde rounds up Ace Vandal. Whoa! Spinning sling blade right there. Beautifully done. Chris covers, hooks the leg. 1, and just about a 2. With Jay Vandal there to break up the pin. Ace Vandal whipped into Wild Fortune's corner. Here's the tag. And here's the double team again. They wind up the arms, double shots to the midsection and double shots to the head. And down goes Ace Vandal. Jeff Fortune covers 1, 2. But no. Almost a 3, but not quite. Jeff Fortune countered. Ace Vandal takes him down. Ace Vandal waiting to see what he's going to do here. Rounds him up, gouges the face of Jeff Fortune. Jeff Fortune counters. Beautiful monkey toss on Jeff Fortune. Jeff Fortune countered. Shoulder tackle. Ace Vandal rounds him up again. Whipped into the corner. Well, there goes the referee. Walt Rothburn taking a short siesta here as Jeff Fortune sets up Ace Vandal for a top rope superplex. Oh, all the way down. And that is a devastating move. The referee counting as Jeff Fortune really beginning to feel psyched here. And time is definitely running out. Ace Vandal rolls back into the ring. Jeff Fortune in right behind him. Oh, uppercut. And a flip over neck whip. Ace Vandal looking for his partner, and there he is. Wanton Jay tagged in. Clothesline. As Jay takes himself all the way up to the top, changes his mind about it. Here comes Chris Wilde on the tag. Taken down with a shoulder tackle. Chris rounds up. Oh my. Whoa! What a savage takedown from Chris Wilde. Wanton Jay Vandal laid out. Covered. 1. But just a 1. Jay quickly back to his feet. Comes back after Chris Wilde. Chris Wilde quick with the counter. Jawbreaker. And then a monkey toss. Jay Vandal not faring too well here against Chris Wilde at the moment. Whoa, inverted atomic drop. And down goes Chris Wilde. Chris laid out. Wanton Jay all the way up on the top. And here he goes, sets it up. Fails to connect with the elbow across the chest. Chris Wilde rounded up into a Russian leg sweep. Wanton Jay Vandal with a little bit of showboating for the fans. Chris Wilde counters with a series of kicks. Whipped into the corner. Jay Vandal charging it up as Chris Wilde remains in the corner. Chris Wilde counters. Whips Jay Vandal to his team's corner. He's got Wanton Jay up, and he's setting him up for another top rope superplex. Whoa, Chris Wilde takes him all the way down. And Jay Vandal certainly seeing stars and birdies after that one. Chris rounds him up. Fireman's carry. And Jay Vandal. Jay countered. Jay counters. Chris Wilde counters. Russian leg sweep. And down goes Jay Vandal. And Wild Fortune beginning to show some signs of fatigue here. Whoa. Rolls back in is wanton Jay Vandal. Here comes Chris Wilde, and here comes Ace Vandal, tagged in. Ace takes him down. Ace Vandal rounds up Chris Wilde. The neckbreaker rebuffed. Chris Wilde with an uppercut takes him down. Chris rounds up Ace Vandal. Ace counters with a hard right. Ace Vandal whips him out and over and onto the floor. And here comes Ace Vandal after Chris Wilde. Misses with the double axe handle. Chris misses with the kick. Oh, down goes Ace Vandal. Chris Wilde takes him down hard. Kick to the midsection. Ace Vandal once again dodged and ducked. Chris Wilde. Chris Wilde brings himself back into the ring. Rounds up Ace Vandal. Look at this. Quick counter from Ace Vandal into the Russian leg sweep. Ace Vandal rounds him up again. Chris Wilde really starting to show signs of wear and tear here. Whoa, powerbomb, cover, 1, 2. Well, Jeff Fortune right there to save the day for his team. Whipped out over the ropes and onto the floor goes Jeff. Oh, hard shot from Ace Vandal. Takes down Chris Wilde. We are rapidly running out of time here. Ace Vandal with a hard shot to the side of the head of Chris Wilde. Ace takes himself all the way up to the top. Draws a knee across the chest of Chris Wilde. Chris Wilde in some trouble here, counters with a shot to the midsection. Fails to connect. Ace Vandal rounds him up into the neck breaker. Nails it. And now Ace Vandal beginning to show some signs of wear and tear as well. If this match down into its final minute, something's got to give. Wanton Jay Vandal tagged in. Chris Wilde counters with a shot to the midsection. Quickly dodges and escapes. Jay Vandal whips him into the far corner. Chris Wilde counters again. Jay Vandal with a hard shot and a clothesline across the back of the head that takes down Chris Wilde. Wanton Jay Vandal rounds him up. Sets him up for the neck breaker again. Successfully nails it. Wanton Jay covers 1, 2, 3, and I don't believe it. With only seconds to go, the Vandal brothers pick up a pinfall win over Wild Fortune.
The time, 19 minutes 47 seconds, and your winners, the Vandal brothers.
The amazing Vandal brothers saving us from a time limit draw with just 13 seconds to go. Absolutely amazing. Jay and Ace picking up a last-minute 11th hour win over Wild Fortune in this non-title matchup. And what's it going to be like when they meet again at Coliseum Games for the belt?
I'll give it up for Wild Fortune. They held out, but the last crucial few seconds was enough for the Vandals to score the win. And yes, save us from a time limit draw. MJ Ferrantino has got to be proud of the Vandal brothers.
Indeed he must. We'll be back with our main event right after the break. Stay with us.
Let's have a look at what happened last week at the Memphis Million with Kaz Manson.
I am here to tell both general managers that I got a slot in the Memphis Million. Because, man, he is in it, and he's gonna win it. He's gonna be on it like a haunted. And there ain't no man living, that's gonna stop me from being in the Memphis Million.
I guess he's outsmarted me. I guess there's no man alive's gonna keep him out of the Memphis Million.
Holy cats, it's The Undertaker!
Surprise, Kaz! You ain't the only one with an army of darkness around here, fella.
Well, Kaz, I guess you outsmarted me, man. Made a fool out of me. Oh yeah, you can be in the Memphis Million. All you got to do is get the hell out of the building. Good luck with that one. You're so stupid. Go ahead. Oh, look. Oh, he brought somebody else to the party. Oh, Kaz. Oh, poor Kaz. Well, sucks to be you. Not one but two jokes left. Say goodnight, Gracie.
Folks, I do not believe the Undertaker is laying waste to the guru of the sectarians, Kaz Manson. And we've got personnel ready to take Kaz to the doctor's office.
Boys in the front office have taken things a step too far. Sneak attacking me with Kane and Undertaker. I know damn well that's got your fingerprints all over it, Mr. Texas. Well, I'm glad you signed this match with me, because I intend to make you pay. You'll pay so good, your gal won't even want to look at you no more. You're done, Tex, and Steve Groves is next.
No, sir, you just made the biggest mistake of your life, signing this match with me. Because you do not know how to survive in this element, and I do. It's my favorite kind of match. And Kaz, they're going to carry you out on a stretcher, I promise it. And if you go so much as to hurt anybody that belongs to me, I'll come back and I'll do it again. Because, Kaz, I'm not the one that's done here, babe. It's you.
And so it's to be the Snarl general manager, donning his ring gear again, Hangman Tex Lynch, in a 2 out of 3 falls Texas death match against the sectarians, Kaz Manson.
And is there really gonna be a winner? They're both gonna get wrecked.
Tonight's Rage main event is a 2 out of 3 falls Texas death match with a 20-minute time limit. Approaching the ring, representing the sectarians, from Death Valley, weighing 178 pounds, the guru, Kaz Manson.
In spite of everything that's been thrown at the guru Kaz Manson, here you see him ready to go in this 2 out of 3 fall Texas death match with Hangman Tex Lynch. And I honestly don't think this is a good idea for either one of these, particularly since Kaz Manson has taken quite a beating in recent weeks. As for Tex, his last match was a Hell in a Cell against Too Short Popeye well over a year ago.
Yeah, I remember that. Bell still can't get in the wrestling ring. That was nice.
Man, I really wish Tex didn't do this. Right after embarrassing Kaz at Memphis Million. No rules, anything goes. I mean, that actually favors Kaz, doesn't it, Myron?
Not necessarily. Tex is in his element.
His opponent, from Burke Burnett, Texas, weighing 250 pounds, general manager of Snarl, Hangman Tex Lynch.
Well, you certainly can't say that the general managers of Snarl and Rage are afraid to roll up their sleeves and get their hands dirty. Steve Groves at Snarl, previously, and now Hangman Tex Lynch, here on Rage in a Texas deathmatch 2 out of 3 falls against Kaz Manson.
But you know what's crazy about this? For Tex, this is a good time. Well, don't ask me. All of these wrestlers are a little bit screwy anyway.
No countouts, no disqualifications, absolutely anything goes in 2 out of 3 falls. This is going to get nasty, kids.
You know, Don, Christy, I'll take the correction if I'm wrong, and I don't think I am. First main event of the year? You can't top it.
Well, all right, the bell sounds. Kaz locks up Tex, whips him into the far corner, a chop across the chest. Tex counters with an elbow, comes out of the corner, runs into a series of shots from Kaz Manson. Now Kaz, inverted Russian leg sweep, a little Jeff Jarrett action there, and off the middle rope elbow across the chest for Hangman Tex. Off the top rope shooting star press, Kaz Manson going to work very hard, very early against Hangman Tex Lynch in this 2 out of 3 fall Texas death match. Tex sweeps the leg. Kaz charges to the clothesline. Takes Tex down. Tex escaping the corner and slamming Kaz Manson face first into the canvas. Tex with a chop across the skull of Kaz Manson. Kaz counters into a dragon screw, takes Tex Lynch down. Off the top rope again. nails the shooting star one more time, tries for the moonsault, catches a couple of knees instead. Hangman takes Lynch a little too quick on the draw that time. Hard right hand, takes Kaz Manson down. Look at this. Driving the elbow into the chest of Kaz Manson, not once but twice. Hangman takes Lynch, certainly in his element, as you say. Texas Deathmatch is his favorite field, and he is sporting, as usual, his lucky Godzilla t-shirt. Kaz Manson on the receiving end of the punishment at this point. He is absolutely reeling. Another hard right hand. Tex rounds him up by the throat. Both hands, pitches him into the corner. Just ragdolling Kaz Manson here. Tex Lynch. Look at this. Kaz Manson counters the suplex and delivers the suplex of his own instead. Now, for the first time, Kaz going under the ring for something extra. A steel chair, but Hangman takes Lynch, says, no, you don't. A shot across the chest. Tex has got the chair. Whoa, there we go. Hangman takes Lynch, opening up with a steel chair, nailing every available inch of Kaz Manson that he can find. He has worn that chair out. And Kaz Manson has taken a series of shots as Tex Lynch rolls himself back inside, rolls over Kaz Manson, covers and hooks the leg. 1, 2, but no. Kaz somehow has the wherewithal to power out. Tex rounds him up again, discus punch, and he has just split Kaz Manson open. Tex all the way up on the top turnbuckle as Kaz Manson slowly struggles to get to his feet. Here comes Tex. Whoa, double axe handle. Kaz quickly back to his feet, charges standing dropkick. Takes down Hangman Tex Lynch. Whoa! Tex failed to nail that high-risk maneuver. And now Kaz Manson with a sledgehammer, for crying out loud. Going to work on Tex Lynch. Whoa! Drop toe hold. Slams Kaz face first into the floor. Tex Lynch with a series of hard right hands. And Kaz has lost that sledgehammer as Tex Lynch makes his way around. What's he got in mind here? Tex taking himself a little victory lap, as it were. And Kaz Manson has not moved. Tex Lynch rounds him up. Kaz counters. Delivers a shot to the midsection. Catches a shot to the midsection. Tex Lynch with a series of jabs and a dropkick. Tex Lynch rounds up Kaz Manson again. Kaz quickly counters, drives a knee into the back of Tex Lynch. Kaz perhaps hoping to get a hold of that sledgehammer, but it's on the other side of the barricade. Oh, look at this. Tex brings it back into play. Hangman Tex Lynch with a power slam on Kaz Manson. Whoa, what a kick. Took him down hard, head first. And now another series of shots that bounces Kaz Manson off the barricade. Tex from behind runs him right into the ring steps. Tex Lynch rounds up Kaz again. Hurls him towards the opposing corner. And here we go again, driving those hard elbows into the chest of Kaz Manson. And oh my, Tex Lynch absolutely beating a tattoo with his boots on the chest of the guru of the sectarian. Tex Lynch quickly countered by Kaz Manson. Kaz tries to run Tex into the ring steps as he goes under the apron looking for something else. Another chair comes out into play, but Tex with a chop across the chest takes him down. Tex rounds him up again, rolls himself back into the ring, decides to come on back out, runs Kaz back inside the ring this time, and he's got hold of that sledgehammer. Now we're playing a little game of musical chairs. Kaz catches the full. Whoa, catches that sledgehammer twice. A drop kick, and now he's got a hold of the sledgehammer. Going after Texan. Oh, man. And he has nailed him a couple of times pretty good already. Tex Lynch back on his feet, though. Picks himself back inside the ring, indicating to the fans that he is perfectly all right. Kaz counters with a right. Locks up, kick to the midsection. What a flip right there. Kaz Manson all the way up on the top rope. Here we go. Whoa! Corkscrew senton, covers, hooks the leg. 1, 2. And mind you, we have not had so much as a single fall or submission at this point. Kaz Manson rounds up Hangman Tex Lynch, whips him into the far corner. Has him up on that top turnbuckle. This cannot be good for the Hangman. Kaz Manson setting him up on the middle rope. He's got, oh man, this cannot be good. Tex Lynch fighting his way out and manages to counter it. Look at this, into a powerbomb center ring. Takes Kaz Manson down. Hangman Tex Lynch escaping potential disaster there at the hands of Kaz Manson. He's got Kaz up over the shoulders. Drives the knee right into the face of Kaz Manson. Tex Lynch covers, hooks the leg. 1, 2. But no. Another 2 count, another near fall, and Tex letting referee Walt Rothburn have it for that count. Series of running forearms into a spear. Down goes Kaz. Cover. 1, 2, 3, and that is the first fall right there. And Hangman Tex Lynch not stopping to take a break or pat himself on the back or anything. Goes right in to try to break the arm of Kaz Manson. Kaz counters with an enziguri, takes Tex down. Now Kaz Manson returning to the outside and going back under the apron, but Tex right there to prevent. Shot to the midsection from Kaz. An elbow across the face of the Hangman. And Tex Lynch is now busted open. Oh, this one was going to be a blood feud for sure. Kaz Manson rounds up that sledgehammer again and begins going to work on Hangman Tex Lynch. Shot after shot after shot with that 16-pound sledgehammer. And we're talking serious bruising here. Hangman Tex Lynch back on his feet. Put some distance between himself and the Guru. Oh, he's psyched up here. Hangman Tex Lynch catches a series of shots from Kaz. Whoa! Sling blade. Kaz covers. 1, 2. But another near fall. Tex Lynch still with the potential to win the next fall and wrap this up. Elbow across the chest from Kaz Manson. Kaz putting the boots to Hangman Tex Lynch here. Hangman Tex Lynch now in some trouble here at the hands of Kaz Manson. As Kaz rounds him up again. Another series of hard shots, another drop kick. Off the ropes again. Shooting star. Kaz Manson winds up the arm. And Tex delivers a series of shots to the midsection. Locks up with Kaz again. Power slam. Right out of no place. And Tex Lynch slides himself out. And now Tex going under the apron. And he's got himself a kendo stick. But Kaz quickly disarming Tex. Tex goes back to work with the hands and feet. Takes him down again. And now Hangman Tex Lynch quickly countered by Kaz Manson. Rather cleverly, gotta say. Now Kaz again with that inverted Russian leg sweep face first into the mat. Goes Tex, another shooting star. Kaz Manson off the top rope. Whoa! What a senton there. Kaz covers. 1, 2. No! Another near fall. Tex Lynch refusing to give Kaz even that first fall to tie things up. Kaz Manson now starting to really bleed here. Drives Tex's head into the top turnbuckle. Kaz setting up something wicked here. Up there on the middle rope with Tex Lynch up over his shoulders. And whoa! My, did you see that? Whoa! Kaz Manson covers, hooks the leg. 1, 2. No! Again, another. I don't believe it. Kaz can't believe it either. Off the top rope again, another shooting star. He seems to have a limitless supply of those. Now goes to work stretching the arm of Hangman Tex Lynch. Referee watching carefully. Hangman Tex Lynch in some serious trouble here. Kaz Manson releasing the hold, goes right back into it again. And he's determined to try and get a submission at least here. And he does. He's got it. It's tied up 1 apiece. Tex Lynch forced to submit to that armbar. And now Kaz slams his face into the canvas. Now it's anybody's match, 1-1. Tex comes on back out. Kaz with a baseball bat gets taken down by Hangman Tex Lynch. Tex goes back to work with his favorite, the steel chair. Kaz with a Hurricane Rana on Hangman Tex Lynch. And this one's gotten completely out of control, fans. My word. Kaz Manson rounds up Tex Lynch again. Gets him back inside the ring. Now there's a real chance Kaz Manson could win this match. Kaz countered by Hangman Tex Lynch. Another hard right hand takes Kaz right back down again. Tex rounds him up again. A series of running forearms and one more time into that sudden spear. Tex Lynch covers, hooks the leg. 1, 2, 3, and that is it. Hangman Tex Lynch has won this match. 2 falls to 1.
Yeah, Tex. This is how we do it.
The time, 14 minutes and 14 seconds. Your winner, Hangman Tex Lynch.
He did it, and I knew he could do it. And what's more, Christy, you knew he could do it too. I knew you did. And Don, come on, you knew.
That's because Wadkes came so close to winning this one. I can't even believe he tied it up in 1 fall apiece. But Tex got the 3rd fall and took that opportunity away, even while Kaz was reaching out to grab it. I don't think I'm going to see a more satisfying match around here for a while. Good for Tex. Hopefully, outside of a few bruises, he's not going to be laid up for any length of time. But Kaz, we may not see him for a minute.
Yeah, chair shots, sledgehammer shots, and he was bleeding like a stuck pig at the end. Did you see? Oi.
And what a main event match that was.
Boy, Don, catch a look. Referees already got Kaz partially patched up. They got the stretcher out. It's serious business. I think Tex might sideline Mr. Manson here for some time to come.
Score 1 for my favorite side then. I pray he's gone forever. If only I could be sure.
That's you all over, Christy. Always heavy with the drama.
Yeah, you like that, Myron?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, wait a minute, folks. Hangman Tex Lynch decides the party's not over, going right after Kaz Manson right there on the stretcher. Whoa, takes him down to the ground. The match still going on in the mind of Hangman Tex Lynch. Somebody's going to have to break this up. Whoa. And that most unquestionably puts a cap on this evening's session on RWL Rage. We thank you, viewers, as always, for being with us. And we'll be back next time. But be sure to stick around, because coming up right after this is going to be our next edition of RWL Snarl. For everybody here, I've been Don Hickson, and we'll see you next time at ringside. Good night, everybody.
See you next time.
Night, y'all.